We are now in Unit 6 of the ITAM Foundation certification training. This unit deals with ITAM interfaces across the various ITAM areas between the software asset management, hardware asset management, services and cloud, and people and information that we covered in the previous units. This module describes the stakeholder ecosystem, roles and responsibilities, relationship between HAM, SAM, SEAM, and PINAM, communication between IT asset stakeholders, and the need for policies, procedures, and technologies. Some of this is not new. You will recollect some of these have been understood in previous units, but we bring them together as combined interfaces in this unit, which means that this unit allows us to ensure proper asset management across different specialist functions. And this perspective is from the asset manager. As we have seen earlier, ITAM is about protecting the company IT assets wherever they are and support the protection of company intellectual property. We have seen the 4 areas in ITAM, the hardware asset, software asset, cloud and services asset, and people and information asset to be managed. Therefore, IT assets management must include aspects of all those assets. It is not only a matter of the single piece of asset, but also how we use them in combination with other asset types that gives us the opportunity to perform proper asset management, such as the linkage between software and hardware, and linkage of these with the cloud and the other services, and the linkage of people and information as well. We need to recollect from the Unit 1 that the 4 key objectives of IT asset management are the following: value creation, alignment, leadership, and assurance. Alignment is made possible by creating an IT asset management ecosystem. The best practice process framework that is closest to ITAM and has many overlap areas with ITAM is IT service management, or ITSM. The interfaces of ITAM. Proper IT asset management is made up of a combination of best practice frameworks and standards. ITAM therefore incorporates frameworks and standards for the following 4 areas: asset management, IT governance, IT service management, and IT information security. Asset management, we have seen earlier the ISO standards of 19770 for IT asset management in particular, and ISO 55000 for asset management in particular. Then we also have the IT governance coming through ISO 38500 and also the COBIT standard. Then we have IT service management, which is ISO 20000 and ITIL, and IT information security standard, the ISO 27000. So ITAM incorporates frameworks and standards from the following 4 areas, or connects with these following 4 areas. There is a strong alignment between the 4 areas, and one area cannot be successfully implemented without the others. Which means there is not only a connection between SAM, HAM, SEAM, PINAM, but also between asset management, IT governance, IT service management, and IT information security. What is the approach here in ITAM? This picture shows all the 4 areas, the ISO standards for asset management and IT asset management. Then we have the ISO standard for information security management system. Then we have the ITSM, the ISO 20000, and we have the IT governance 38500, as well as COBIT, which is a standard from Information Security and Control Association. Proper IT asset management, therefore, is a combination of different frameworks, either defined as standards or best practices. The definition of a standard is an agreed way of doing something. Please note this carefully for the exam once again. The definition of a standard is an agreed way of doing something. It could be about making a product, managing a process, delivering a service, or supplying materials. Standards can cover an enormous range of activities undertaken by organizations and used by their customers. Standards are the distilled wisdom of people with expertise in their subject matter and who know the needs of the organization they represent. People such as manufacturers, sellers, buyers, customers, trade associations, users, or regulators.